Good evening. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. Wizards fans, it's happened, man. It's been quite a few nights, several games. Big win tonight. The Wizards rally to beat the Brooklyn Nets 149 to 146. Yeah, 6 players in double figures for Washington, 5 players in double figures for Brooklyn. Um, all in all, man, it's just a quality win. Cardell, we'll start off with you, then we'll go to Ray, just to share your initial thoughts off tonight.
Uh, that's one of the craziest games, man. Oh man, man, I don't even know where to begin, man. That first quarter, it looked like it was like damn, dog. But I feel like the bench saved the Wizards tonight. There's not many ways you could say that. I don't know what was up with the starters. The defense was non-existent, and they just looked sluggish outside of Russ. You could tell the couple weeks when they were out and Russ was out with injury and whatever, he got healthy because he looks totally different. Like he's being Russ again. You know what I mean? So attacking the basket, being explosive in transition, being able to hit the shots, and doing everything else he's been doing. But now you can tell he's feeling a lot better, especially the hustle plays. The fact that they weathered the storm of Brooklyn's barrage in the first quarter lets you know there is toughness with this team, and toughness has been a question throughout the season. Garrison Matthews, the energy he brought defensively, man, with the hustle plays, the steals, taking on the challenge defensively, it was big time. Ish Smith, I mean, I felt like when he came in with the second unit, he the one that kind of got things going offensively. You know, running plays with guys, hitting tough layups. Like he came right in and went right at Kyrie and scored. And I was like, yeah, he see that they know that Kyrie defensively is not strong. So we gonna attack him and put him on his heels. And he went right at him. And Mo Wagner, let's be real. When they brought in Alex Len, he roughed his minutes. and Mo didn't really get in the game. You could tell now that he's getting in the game, having his opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it. He's trying to stay in that rotation. And I like that Scott Brooks rewarding him. And he rewarded Garrison Matthews. I know pregame they asked him which player do you feel need more minutes? And first name Brooks threw out was Garrison Matthews because of the energy he's bringing in defensively. I mean, he on KD, he's on Kyrie, no hesitation, taking charges, bumping them, getting right up in them. And I'm like, why can't the rest of the guys on the team do those things, man, consistently? It's just crazy. On the net side, Joe Harris and Jeff Green with their 3-point shooting, Jeff's defense as well with the blocks and steals. I felt like they were big, you know, obviously minus Joe Harris pass late in the game that led to Matthew steal and Russ hitting the big three to take the lead. I felt like they were shooting lights out. Like I was screaming at the team, like Joe Harris. How do y'all keep losing this guy? I'm dead serious. I mean, Joe Harris 8 of 13, but he had like 6 at the half. I'm like, dude, what? They kept leaving this dude. I'm like, Slim, he's not missing. I'm not leaving him. He getting Reggie Miller treatment for tonight, though. If you get beat, I'd rather give up the layup because right now this dude's hitting threes like layups, and if he keep hitting these Jones, we gonna lose. So, you know, he played lights out. Jack Green. A lot of people don't know he's shooting above 40% on from three on the season right now. You know what I'm saying? On top of everything else he could do, so he's playing lights out his name. So, another key stat that people may not understand: Wizards punished them in the paint, man, as far as scoring, 72-34. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, they only won by 3. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how lethal the Brooks offense is shooting wise, man. All those points in the paint. If you score 72 points in the paint, any coach will be like, oh, we definitely won. We won by 20 at least. And you barely won by 3. And that was off a miracle finish scoring 8 points in the last 8 seconds. You know, it was just points off turnover. The Wizards scored 25 points off the Brooklyn Nets 17 turnovers. You know, I'm not going to nitpick the Wizards because, man, they need all the wins they could get, though. You know, it is what it is, man. We just going to be happy we saw one. It's been a minute. It's been over a month. But they survived. They pulled it out. But it's like what I said in the preview. Neither one of these teams are good defensively. The Wizards are worse. They give it the most points in the league. As deadly as Brooklyn is offensively, you can get back in the game because they don't have a strong defense. So if you just stay tough and stay with it, get a few stops, but have your offense going, you could beat this team. And that's the reason why everybody ain't kind of putting all their chips in the middle and saying we're gonna roll with them to win the championship right now. Because you're gonna have to play defense against the better teams. It is what it is. They're gonna have guys that match up with you. And these defensive lapses gonna cost you games and you're not gonna get out the series. So like I said, man, kudos to the Wizards, man. You know, like Scott Brooks said post game, he said this is the first time he had a white claw after the game. So it's been a stressful month, man. It is what it is, man. But they pulled it off, so salute to them.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, man. Like something Cardell mentioned, I like the fact that they battled back, because early on it looked like they was about to just get buried. And and Scott Brooks, he mixed it up immediately. He's called 3 timeouts in the first quarter, just trying to find something that worked. And that second unit, they came in and they proved their mettle, man. They clawed and they fought back in the game. And we're seeing like guys starting to come back into the rotation off these health and safety protocols and things like that. And they missed those guys. E. Smith, they missed him. He's been a spark for them the whole season. And he came in and did what he did. I was really happy to see Russ getting back to form, as it's been a tough go for him so far this season. But he had a great game last game against Atlanta, up until when he got mixed up with Rondo and got ejected. Came out with that same energy and intensity tonight. Not just on the offensive end. He made some big defensive plays. He got back into the play and blocked KD jumper from behind. Then the play at the end when he tipped the ball from behind, which if he didn't make that play, KD was gonna make that pull up. That's you can almost count on that. So that was a huge defensive play. And then he hit the big three at the end. So it's good. It's just good to see him play well. Because he's been struggling. Had some nagging injuries and all that. But a couple people on the Wizards, they had good individual defensive efforts, but team wise, it's still a lot of room to grow in that aspect. Like you said, they kept missing Joe Harris. Like I'm pretty sure he was on the scouting report, but it's stuff like that cost you games. They were lucky to pull this one out, but you can't allow a guy like that to get clean looks. He was just walking in the threes, and that's how they fell behind early. Him and Jeff Green, just getting clean, open looks, and they were comfortable. So definitely got to clean that up. They lost DeAndre Jordan. Like as soon as he passed the ball, they act like he didn't exist no more. He just rolled to the basket and get dunks. Like that's unacceptable. That's just stuff that good teams don't do. So and it doesn't take much to correct those things. Just you got to be in tune with the game. You got to know what's going on, and you got to be prepared to rotate. Brooklyn, yeah, man. We know what it is with them offensively, and unfortunately, we know what it is with them defensively. They, like Cardell said, you want to have a chance to get back in the game if you just weather the storm. Especially a game like tonight when one of the three was out. With KD and Kyrie go to the bench, then that's your chance to pounce on them, because nobody else can really generate offense at a high clip like that. But it's difficult to keep pace with if KD and Kyrie are doing their thing. But eventually they will leave out the game, and that's your chance. And typically Harden's in there with the second unit. And me and Wilson was talking before we came on air. He gets to the line, he slows the game down, and that's where they kind of make up for it. But he wasn't available tonight, and it hurt them when the other two guys were on the bench. But yeah, man, like you said, Cardell, I'm not gonna be too picky with these guys. They got to win for us. They gave us something positive to talk about for a change. But yeah, moving forward, this defense has got to get fixed. We know what they're capable of offensively. That's not the issue. They can score with the best of them, but they gotta start, taking some pride on that end and getting some stops because some of the lapses they had tonight, is they're very lucky to get out of this one. But yeah, man, a win is a win, and I take as many as I can get at this point.
Yeah, it's not too much left to be said, but I feel like honestly one of the reasons they were able, like things, even some of the lucky bouncers they got tonight was just because they fought the entire way through, which hasn't been the case all year long in every game we've watched this year. Like Cardell mentioned earlier, Russ just having his legs, feel like that clearly had a big impact on a group because he was able to actually, be close to himself for the most part and put the type of pressure he wants to put on opposing defenses where, physically he wasn't able to prior to the last couple games. And there's been a stark difference between the last two games and, before he took the break, as Cardell mentioned. Garrison Matthews, I'm going to keep talking about him over and over again because it's one of those things where I know people overlook it, but he's one of the things where they make up for your guys that you pay to do things that aren't always performing at the highest levels. Garrison Matthews out here playing a big role. I was happy that he got a chance to close tonight. He deserved every chance because he was what you never question whether he's trying or his effort or anything like that. He's one of the few guys on that team you don't question outside, their main two. I like Mo Wagner tonight. I like the fact that every time he went up, when he went to the basket, it was attacking. It wasn't soft. It wasn't meek. It wasn't indecisive. I'm trying to dunk the ball. Whatever happens along the way, my intentions are I'm trying to dunk the ball. Look how it worked out for him. Like just that literally just that activity, the corny cliche, all that type of stuff. It matters, especially when you're not a good team. When you're not playing well, those things matter. Garrison. Yeah, Joe Harris makes the bad pass. If Garrison Matthews if that's somebody else not named Garrison Matthews, are they even active enough to go get that, or do you fumble that prime opportunity right there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? and that's one of those things.
Matter of fact, they got lucky on that because Joe Harris rushed.
Yep.
KD was wide open. Basket. That was automatic dunk. You see what I'm saying? So no, they wasn't active. Matter of fact, I don't even know if they would have went with KD to run out there. So somebody would have had a wide open shot somewhere. That's all I know. Because Garrison ran right. And KD smartly was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming back. But Joe Harris rushed or whatnot. So we know what to do. I mean, it's been happening all year. It's definitely a game.
So just want to give him credit because he deserves that. Him and Mo Wagner deserves, like my little awards for doing the little things tonight that, I know Mo showed with the 17, but that activity, it was huge tonight. It was literally like Ray said, and Cardell, you mentioned too, you had 72 points in the paint. And the sad part is, if they had the third amigo, it might not have mattered at all.
Yeah.
And this not me. I'm not trying to bring bad news or anything else. Just simply saying it wouldn't even have mattered. And Cardell, piggyback on what you said. I love what Ish Smith did. He came in the game and was like, "Ha, you move your feet, come do this thing you don't like to do." Went straight at him. He held him at bay for a while. Like Kyrie was on ice for a while because people just kept attacking him. Between Ish Smith going at your neck and Russ physically being Russ, Kyrie doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Not a big fan of that. But it's good. But this is my fear, and I'm not trying to be too negative tonight. You did this tonight. This got to be the effort at minimum going forward. Yeah, it can't. This has to be the floor. You can't go back from this because you barely got away with this tonight. Again, wholeheartedly. Third amigo there, we not even talking about no wild finish. So
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, think about it. If you lost Joe Harris for all those threes, I mean, and one thing James do that's underrated about his game, he knows how to control the pace. Once they got up in the first quarter, it made hard for y'all to come back because he starts the second quarter with that second unit. And he facilitates and he gets aggressive. He plays a little bit like the Houston James Harden when KD and Kyrie are out because he has to, but he's still facilitating and everything like that. So he can control it. He's great at controlling pace and controlling the game. So once they get up, it's hard to walk them down. You know what I'm saying? So That's why I think they only with him since they traded for him, I think they only lost once. They're like 8-1 since he came. There's a reason for that, man. It ain't just scoring. You know, I mean, people may not like hearing this, but sometimes your best defense is your offense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're giving you right now. So, you know, hearing KD post game, he said, "I'm confident. You know, I'm confident we eventually get this together and get stops when we need to, because that's the only thing stopping them from being okay. We're going to see them in the finals. Right now, it's iffy. We know they're in the mix, but we can't, because we all know you got to be able to strap to win the championship. I don't care how talented you are. Offense, we done seen all our lives some loaded teams offensively, and they go home early, or they go home eventually. You can't. Teams get too good, especially when the scouting report really amps up and everybody in the playoffs play as hard as they capable of playing. And obviously over 7 games, I'm focusing just on you. So I'm gonna watch all the film, get all the data I can to make sure I lock you up and do what I got to do, you know, and get the better of you. And I want to give Scott Brooks some love. You know what I'm saying? You can tell today he's setting the tone. He coaching whoever playing good.
Mm-hmm.
First quarter when they blitzed him, all the starters got benched except for Bruss. Because the defense was trash. You see what I'm saying? And Bill had some bad. His body language showed it. He was pissed. You know, especially when it looked like Brooklyn just about to run away with this thing. He like, yo, you really in the first quarter, but looks like I don't care. 3 timeouts in the first quarter. Come on, bro. Look at this. Let's just say if this wasn't the league and they wasn't playing all these games, low management error, it might be a life threatening practice the next day. I'm just telling you, dog. You know what? 3 timeouts in the first. Nah, dog. And then you know Denny, you can tell he's just out of sorts. He's a rookie. I'm not gonna get on him too much. Some of his defensive lapses were just horrible. It's like, what are you looking at, dude? Like, your technique is just off. Like, I think DeAndre Jordan got up on him to set a back screen as Kyrie brought the ball up past half court. He literally like was up on it. It wasn't like a sneak pick or something. He was up on him. And Joe Harris, he was defending Joe Harris. So Joe Harris just dropped to the corner. All Denny did was just turn and try to walk to him, and DeAndre's still there, dude. What are you doing? He didn't even try to fight to get over here. And Robin Lopez pointing early like, yo, he's going to drop down. But he got to watch Kyrie in case Kyrie turn the corner, and got to watch DeAndre and see what he's doing. So then he got hung up on DeAndre. It wasn't even a hard pick to get over. He got hung up on DeAndre Jordan's pick. Robin Lopez got run from the center of the lane all the way out to the corner. He's not even the most fleet of foot as is. So that's a hard thing for a guard to go out there and try to contest. So he got run out there. Of course, Joe Harris hit the 3. And you can see everybody body language like, come on, dude. He was just they picked on him. They put him in. So once they figured out he's slow with picking up things defensively, they picked on him and they had to sit him. They had to. So he got to pick up the pace now. But you know, I like how Scott Brooks set the tone where we going with the guys playing the best, because these L's are piling up, though. Y'all leave me no choice. I try to be nice, get guys minutes and all that. You know, hey, like Garrison Matthews, I think he about to rush some minutes. He about to rough guys spots in the rotation because of what he brings defensively.
I mean, he deserves it.
And he can hit shots. It's not like he's a dude. He can hit shots too.
Like late in the game, I remember they brought Bertans in, and like he lasted for like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They had to bring him back out because Brooklyn was like, "Oh, food."
Somebody gonna get no rest. You gonna stay positive.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. Like, but that's the thing where, like, at least with Denny, is just not being aware. Like Cardell said, it's a rookie. But again, like I was saying, again, staying positive. There's minutes to be roughed because guys aren't doing the little things, and you're at the point right now. We're looking at the record, man. What you make is irrelevant right now, dog. It's survival of the fittest. Look
here. I mean, Scott Brooks will start winning the games. He may not be here to see the fruits of the labor. Like, that. Y'all want to play? Come sit next to me, dog. And then if you keep effing him around, we're gonna have a talk with Tommy. Like, yo, get this dude up out of here. We just giving him free checks. Like, you notice a starter from the last few games didn't play at all today. Yep. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
we had that point now. You had that point.
I mean,
especially when you like the issues are like that outrageous. Yeah, you at that point now.
I mean, think about it. He benched Bill. in the first quarter because he wasn't happy with his defense. He benched the best player, the franchise player. That's why that second unit came in. Oh, Lord, that set the tone. Like, word? Oh, we better play. We gonna be back about it. Like, seriously, man. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta set that tone.
My man Ish came off the bench ready to attack, dog. My man was like,
up here,
I'm not mad at it though. Like, all jokes aside, like, but that's the type. That's like because the type of team they are. They're not good enough to get by on just overall talent as a group. Like you have to scrap, and it's not be. I hope anybody doesn't find a way to take what I said negative. You have to scrap. You're not Brooklyn where you got three dudes who could put up 90 points combined with Joe Harris in the wings, and look at them not playing defense at all, and they're over 500. They don't even defense. They don't even spell it. But they, however many games over 500, like you're not that. You can't roll out the bed and be like, it's cool. Y'all I'm gonna stagger y'all three and everything will be fine. We'll figure it out. Like, nah, this type of effort has to continue. And even, going forward, we don't know what's going to happen, health-wise with the team or whatever, whether Russ is this version of himself or not. Have to play like that effort can't change. So that's my
think about it.
So.
And you're right. And I mean, think about it with the Nets. They allowed 48 points in the fourth quarter, man. And you see what I'm saying? Like, we talked about it last game. I'm like, bro, 25 points in the quarter. Agro is just bad. It's like, man, what are you doing?
I was almost half.
They doubled down.
Yeah. What you say, Ray?
They doubled down on that, man. Like, yeah,
bro.
They really did. And that's
they gave up $150 tonight, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Cardell said 72 in the paint, and you weren't down by 20. Matter of fact, I could take a wild guess. You hit a couple more free throws, you ain't even lose this game, regardless of all the wild stuff that you did at the end of the game.
Right.
And even on the Wizards side, how you gonna let a team shoot 52% from three like they shoot mid-range jumpers out here, or they on the block? Like this, and most of them from Joe Harris. Like, I mean, we know KD and Kyrie gonna hit their fair share, but 52 as a team. Even Shamet came in here threes. Timothy came in, and Jeff. It was just raining threes. I'm just in there. I mean, here like, bro, Goldberg spear somebody or something. Make them think that you gonna hit. Like, I'm serious. Just take the L, dog. Just take the tech. So at least when you run by, they might be a little shook now and they're gonna miss. Like, do something, man. But most of the time they weren't even in the vicinity.
Nah. What's it called? Got one of the best lives in the league right now, man, as a shooter. Joe Harris. Ain't nobody paying you attention. You're literally invisible. Like, they so worried about the other three dudes. A dude who shoots like that is walking around just unbothered. You check by somebody who doesn't even spell defense, doesn't care about it, and you just free. You just like, hey, DeAndre, let me get that screen. All right, cool. My man is getting attacking a hard closeout and dribbling all the way to the rim unbothered because folks is like, I ain't getting in trouble for leaving this dude. Just enjoying life, man. But again, shout out to Garrison Matthews and Mo Wagner. Man.
Last thing for me, NBA, let the fellas play. Don't be giving out texts for dudes saying you too small. Where we at, dog? Like, I can't stand this era we in overall, dog. It's just excuse my language, it's just a pussy area. Come on, dog. If you small, I'm gonna tell you too small. Get this dude up off me. Steve Nash, do something. You too small. That's a tech now?
Yes.
But then they get mad when the old school dudes say, yo, the league is soft.
Right, man.
Like, damn, dog, bad boys would have got life. What we in the
league? Ray, you got any final thoughts before we wrap up, man?
Just what you guys were talking about earlier. I think like Scott Brooks does deserve some credit for this one. He played the guys who are producing, and that's just what it's got to be going forward. It is patience is done with. Like, it's desperation at this point, and you just got to go with what's working. If that's shorten that rotation to 7-8 guys, then that's just what it's going to have to be. Because, trying people out there that's not contributing, that's gonna get you in the unemployment line. So yeah, man, just I like what I saw from from him from a game plan's perspective and adjusting and all that tonight, and just keep it up, man, because obviously it sent a message, with the way that the second unit responded, and eventually they got the win, and Russ's energy was contagious. It spilled over. Guys are making hustle plays and stuff like that. So yeah, man, they just need to find a way to keep this energy up every game, because we've seen before where they come out with a tremendous effort one game, and then the next game it's just back to the same old, and they just look terrible. So they just need to string a few of these together in a row. They, like we mentioned last show, they're in the dog days right now, and this schedule ain't getting no easier. So yeah, man, they need MJ secret stuff or something to keep his energy up. But yeah, man, just good one for them tonight.
All right, want to thank y'all for hanging with us tonight. As always, each and every night after Wizards games, we will have Wizards Outlook. Also, we'll see you Tuesday night for the Focus TV. Guys, have a good one. Don't forget on social media, the Focus TV. It's really that simple to find us on every social media platform. You guys have a good one.